Alright, I'm back on pulling the motor out of this today. I got my diesel heater, changed the jet in it, and cleaned it all out. Kind of did a routine maintenance thing on it, got it to run, so it makes it way warm in here. So I'm going to work on getting this motor pulled out today. Hopefully I can get it all the way out and have it done. That'd be awfully nice. I got to do motor mounts and bell housing bolts and cut the exhaust off, and then it should be able to come out. And I'll put the hood back on this and get it out of here so it'll be out of my way for a while. I can pull my old 66 in. We'll get the motor yanked out of it. Actually, I think I got to do another front end job on a Dodge for a guy. And I got to do a clutch and hydraulic slave cylinder stuff on a Jeep too. So I got a couple other projects I got to do before I get my old truck in, get it tore apart. Alright, so I got it up on the lift now, and I've done a little bit. I should have videoed more of it. So I got the exhaust pulled out of it, both sides, busted the one bolt off up in there, which really sucks, but it'll be fine. And then I got that one out of there. I just sawzalled it off right there, so that I got that piece over there that I can do whatever I got to do with later on. Got these two brackets out. I got the starter out. Obviously, the starter's gone. It's over there on my wall. I got that motor mount out. I'm going to pull this other motor mount out, and then I'll pull this inspection cover off right here and unbolt the torque converter, and then I'll unbolt all the bell housing bolts, set this thing back down. I'm going to drain the motor oil out of it too, because I don't want to have an oily mess, when it comes time to turn it over on my engine stand. One thing I did see on this motor is that oil filter, that is dirtier than dirty, I don't think it's ever been changed, that it points out to the side like that. And I may have to figure out how to get something to point straight down off of it so that it'll fit. I don't know. I'm afraid it's going to interfere with the frame rail on my 66. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll deal with it when the time comes. Well, that really surprised me. It actually had a Wix filter in it. So that's good. Alright, I got both motor mounts out, bolts out. I just got to go around the bell housing and get them all out, and then I'll be able to bring in the crane and start pulling the motor out of this thing. There's the torque converter in it. And this cover had those 3 bolts on this side, 3 on the other side. What you doing, kid? And that's that cover right there. The one over the bell housing, or the torque converter. And then it bolted in, right, if I can get to it, right there. So, alright. Alright, I got all the bolts out of it. Them 2 top bell housing bolts were not real fun. The one on this driver's side was really pain in my butt. I had to fight it for a long time. And my diesel heater ran out of diesel fuel, so I'm going to run to the store and get 10 gallons of diesel. Well, actually 12, because each one of my cans are 6 gallons. Go grab some diesel fuel, come back, dump them in it, so it'll be ready for the morning and later tonight. And then I'll get my cherry picker in here. We'll push this truck back to the door, get it right back close to the door as I can, get a cherry picker in front of it, and we'll pull this up out of here. Then get this truck back, get the hood back on it so everything's covered up, and then I'll get it drug out of here. Heck yeah. Alright, I got my heater fucking running again. Thing was cold in here. Got down to 45 degrees. It burned through 6 gallons of diesel today. I just dumped 12 more in it. Hopefully she runs all the rest of the day. Well, there she is. I got her pulled up and out. It's kind of ugly, kind of messy. But she come up out. Leaked antifreeze everywhere. I thought it had it all drained completely out. But got her up out of there. Now I will swing it over and try to set it on the floor for the night. And then I'll get the hood put back on this and get it pushed out of the shop. Won't have to have this mess in my way no more. It'll sure be nice to be done with this thing. Then I can get that on my motor stand. I went and got it up here so I can put it on the motor stand and start on the prepping it for the other truck. Alright, I got her slid back, pushed the truck back. There's still probably about 4 feet of room behind my truck and not much room in front of it. So when I set my shop up, I initially set it up so I'd have some more of a centered lift, but I got this style of lift instead of what I really wanted because I got a way good deal on it. Ran to California and tore it down and brought it home. We got about 6 of them lifts when we went and bought them all at the same time from a business, and they were brand new when we got them. I'll get this set back down, and then the old lady wants me to go in the house for some reason, so I'll go back in the house. Alright, I got her spun out of the way over here where I can leave her sitting for the night. It's the first time I've ever used this cherry picker. My neighbor gave it to me. It sat in his yard for years and years and years. And then one day he came over and says, "You want this cherry picker?" And I says, "Sure, I guess." And he's like, "Alright, if you don't take it, I'm just going to throw it away." So it sat outside for a lot of years. First time I've used it. Hopefully it holds the motor up all night.